What's up, guys? Well, today I thought I'd show you yet another vacuum that is in my vacuum collection. I seem to be picking these things up left and right. Today I'm here to show you this Hoover Breathe Easy, or some of you who probably know this vacuum better as, or will know it better as, is the Hoover Caddy Vac. Basically, a rebranded permanent attachment mounted version of the Hoover Caddy Vac. For those of you who remember, the Caddy Vac actually had a removable tool caddy that mounts on the side, and you can mount that tool caddy anywhere around the house, like on the doorknob right there. But the only bad part about those vacuums is a lot of people tend to lose those tool caddies, and your tools are completely non-existent on those vacuums. Whereas if you had something like this, you have a permanently mounted hose rack and tool storage. So kind of interesting. This was definitely one of the lower end version of the Caddy Vacs, because the Caddy Vac was the higher one, being that it has the removable tool rack. Some higher end models actually came with the soft guard furniture protection, which actually that was the version I was originally after, but not too many of the ones I found actually came with the onboard attachments, let alone the tool caddy on it. So this is all I can get for the time being, but I will admit it's not that bad. See right down here, you have 4 carpet height settings. I like to leave it at the 3rd setting for the pile of my carpet. It's a 12 amp motor. This is basically all the lettering you see right here. Brushed edge cleaning, Hoover symbol. It doesn't list its cleaning effectiveness per amps, which I honestly like that, because that, most of you probably remember these things read like cleaning effectiveness per amp 17, 18, 23, 12, which basically was Hoover's marketing technique to get people to go for the higher end models. But if you didn't have enough money, you could always default to something like this. Right here is the little door for the cleaning tools. One thing I did notice, you flip this trap door up and there's another flap right down here that when you hook the hose in, this flap actually closes everything off going to the vacuum head, so everything will strictly go through the hose. It's kind of interesting the way that's designed. Anyway, as you mount it on the back here, here's your hose. Basically simple lower end elite style wraparound hose. As you can see, it did come with its upholstery tool. And surprisingly, it was gray. And unfortunately, it was missing its upholstery tool, crevice tool, and extension wand. So I pulled the dusting brush and extension wand off another machine for the sake of the video. But unfortunately, I don't have the correct crevice tool, because the original crevice tool for these was a much longer design, and that's stuck into the extension wand when it's mounted on the machine. So anyway, right here is your simple cord, and your power switch is actually back here. Nice, big, bright, bold red. It's easily accessible. And let's go ahead and turn it around here to show you the front. Right inside here, it does run Hoover Type Z bags. I'm running a HEPA Type Y in there, and it works very good. Right here is your post air filter, which is something quite interesting on these newer elite style vacuums. As you can see right here, it's actually surprisingly in not terrible condition. It mounts right on front here, so it exhausts all the air coming out, because most of the air that's coming out is quite dirty air, because this is a direct air vacuum, and it's not sealed, so everything you suck up goes from the head, goes through a fan, blows into the bag, and only your bag on a direct air vacuum becomes your exhaust filter. And if you're running low filtration bags, like a lot of people who buy generic replacements, or even the genuine paper bags that don't filter out as good, this exhaust filter really helps out real good with exhausting clean air. However, I helped it a lot more by installing this HEPA bag. Anyway, let's go ahead and flip it underneath. Here's its brush roll. It's the all original nice green bristle, kind of soft bristle, if I should add, brush roll. It is in very good condition. The only thing this vacuum needed when it got into my hands was a belt and a headlight. And that was just an easy fix. So now let's go ahead and turn it on the side here and show you the model number. Hoover model U5104-900. 120 volts, 60 hertz, 12 amps. Hoover Company from North Canton, Ohio. Made in the USA. One nice thing I love about these old Hoovers is that they're US made vacuums, which is a lot better than even the Chinese made junk that Hoover makes today. These things, albeit that they're plastic and they're very loud when they're running, they last much better than anything Hoover makes today. So now let's go ahead and release the cord. It's not the longest cord by any means, because this vacuum was one of the cheaper versions, but this thing sure cleans pretty good. So now we'll go ahead and turn this vacuum on. And you can hear it in all its screaming, overly loud Hoover glory. This thing does work pretty good. It is pretty noisy. That's the only downside, like I said. But before we end this video, let's go ahead and show you the tools. Lift up this little trap door right here. Stick the hose down in. Now the suction from this is really not high because this is a direct air based vacuum. It is fairly respectable. So here's your extension one. On top of that, the hose is not the longest either because it's a cheap plastic hose. Here's your dusting brush. Your upholstery tool. And switch everything back. This vacuum was quite a nice budget version of an Elite that you can get back then, and certainly performs pretty good contrary to today's vacuums. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video of the Hoover Breathe Easy, aka Hoover Caddy Vac. Sure and stay tuned. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.